What's good, guys? Prince Sports here. Hopefully you can hear me because I got this mic, but I got the mic tilt to the side. But I figured this would be a good time to go off the NFL scorecard for the day. Games from the NFL that took place today. A little disappointing news for me. My team lost, but it's all good. You know. Now a lot of people tend to be on break, especially uploaders like myself because we deal with sports, but one of my main sports I deal with on this channel happens to be basketball, first and foremost. Since the NBA season is out, it's a little bit of vacation mode for some people. But right now, as we speak, NFL football is being played. 35-30, Kansas City Chiefs is playing the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Tennessee Titans beat the Seattle Seahawks with a field goal kick, 33-30. Let's see what else. Dallas Cowboys got the victory over the Los Angeles Chargers, 20-17. The Packers play tomorrow against the Detroit Lions. So you got to see if they make a comeback. Tampa Bay Buccaneers win a second game in a row. Tom Brady's on a hot streak already, 48-25. The Chicago Bears beat the Cincinnati Bengals 17-20. The Patriots beat the Jets 25-6. So they still getting some buckets. And Buffalo Bills 35-0 over the Miami Dolphins. They gave them a butt whipping. The Los Angeles Rams, this is their second win in a row. They beat the Indianapolis Colts. The Carolina Panthers beat the New Orleans Saints 26-7. The Jacksonville Jaguars lose to the Denver Broncos 23-13. The Cleveland Browns beat the Houston Texans 21-31. Hank Hill will be completely upset. And speaking of upset, my team that I rep for, the Philadelphia Eagles, we lose to the San Francisco 49ers 17-11. The Pittsburgh Steelers played the Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 26-17. And last but not least, this took place on Thursday, but it still counts for week 2 a little bit. We all know the Washington beat the Giants, and they beat them by a point. So 35-30, and here come Pat Mahomes, and it's a touchdown. Boom, no. Oh, I thought that was going to be a touchdown. At least he was going to get a good run. Now, the Baltimore Ravens defense is always good. You see them getting all amped up and hyped, but it was a cool day for me, man. I had a simple, solid Sunday, chilling. I ate my grub, man, and, still upset, though. My Eagles lost, man. We're 1-1 right now. We should have beaten what's his face? We should have beaten the 49ers, but that's football, man. Any given Sunday, you could take an L, okay? That comes along with the package. You know what I'm saying? That's all it takes. Your team could lose, but I got a pretty good workout earlier on, doing my thing with that, man. But I got back on my Red Dead Redemption today. That game takes forever to beat, but I chop away at it. I nip away at it. If you wonder what I'm wearing right now, Wu-Tang, ain't nothing to mess with, right? TV show Wu-Tang is out, season number 2. That reminds me of the hip hop that I grew up on, my era of hip hop. Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, Nas, all of that good stuff. Okay. Yo, what up? Oh, you went to a baseball game today. Salute. Salute to you. Bob 123. And Zach, what baseball game have you gone to today? I've been to a Mets game back in the day when I was younger. You know, watching this Chiefs versus Ravens game, you know. Also, you can find me at Just Prince TV. Type it in your search bar for hip hop and politics. That channel is a little more it's non-sport, and it's always about that real ish that goes on in the world. And of course, some hip hop for the entertainment aspect. Okay, who won the game? And did you enjoy it? Salute, salute. I think it's 35-30. Next week is the Green Bay Packers versus the 49ers. The 49ers beat my Eagles today. It's okay. Oh, you want to go to an NFL game next? If you go to the NFL game, depends what time of the day it is. You better be dressed prepared for success. Wear a little mini windbreakers, stuff like that. Huh? Not at this moment. Just drink as much as you can, then just put the rest like in the, the freezer or whatever. Because I'm probably hitting my sugar rush for the day too. You know, it's enough for the day. You ain't gonna get diabetes. Look how low your sugar blood is. If anything, you need some in your blood. You need some sugar in your blood. Yeah. Okay, you're going to a Buccaneers game. Oh, it's hot as hell. Okay. If that's the case, then still depend on what time, because I'm sure when the sun goes down, it gets a little windy. So wear a little windbreaker if that's the case. 35-30. I won't be surprised if the Ravens could pull out a win. I would not be surprised if they could pull out a win today. You know. Kind of a little disappointed in myself a little bit today, man. I had that junk food. I had some Carl's Jr. Normally don't eat fast food at all, to be honest with you. You know, trying to get that out the system. But I hit the block today. Nah, Tom Brady ain't my GOAT. Went out there with the Kyrie Irvings. All right? Went out there with the Kyries. Some guy was playing a game of basketball, and I happen to know a lot of the guys on the court. And he was yelling at another guy on the court when he was playing the game. He would say, "Oh, play some defense." First of all, fool, nobody in that court plays defense. If you go to that part, nobody values defense. People only get their props and get their credit based on how much points they score in that game in that part. Nobody gives a rat's you know what about defense, especially in today's generation. Everybody's just trying to outscore people. You know, I wasn't even playing in the game. I was on the sideline watching. You know, I don't play games against everybody because, for starters, if I feel like they ain't on my level, I ain't gonna play against them. I like playing against people that's competitive, and that's on my level. But I don't really play no games against nobody no more. All I do is I go out there, take a couple of shots, run a couple sprints, play basketball. But I do watch other people play. All right. Some of these guys I just happen to know. And they sitting there yelling about playing defense. And I know all these guys personally. Not a single one of them play defense. 35 to 30. I always find that ironic. The most wimpiest, the most scrub guy on the court is yelling at people to play defense. I was just laughing my butt off, but nobody was saying nothing to this guy. He was basically getting carried all game long, dropping 0.0 points a game, and nobody is checking this guy, Probably, man. That's going to be a weird combo. A lot of people forget that Rondo is actually on the Lakers. It's actually surprising that Rondo's on the Lakers, bro, because now you got two guys that could make plays. I got to be honest with you, man. That Lakers team on paper, it don't seem like a team that could work out. It really don't. On paper, it seems like a disaster waiting to happen. Even though they are on a super team, it feels like a disaster waiting to happen. On paper, it seems like Yeah, I mean, Westbrook don't fit with a lot of teams. Westbrook is always that guy that hard to get along with teammates. I mean, he had a track history. This guy played with James Harden and Kevin Durant, couldn't gel with them. Played with Paul George and Carmelo Anthony, couldn't gel with them. Played with Bradley Beal, couldn't win with him. This guy got a track record of losing with good players. So this could blow up in the Lakers' face. This may be a big three experiment going wrong. Assuming that health plays a part and these guys just don't know how to play with each other. But they got enough talent to get to the finals without playing team ball. They could get to the finals without playing team ball. They got enough. Ravens trying to make that comeback, man. 30 to 35. The Ravens trying to get that W. What else we got in the hip hop news a little bit? I know this is not the channel for it, but versus battles is starting to heat up. But I want y'all to check out Saigon versus Vado. Vado, and he seemed to be beefing with his own buddy Cameron a little bit. So we're gonna see how that plays about. You got Bucks versus Warriors in finals. Woo! I don't see nobody beating the Nets, bro. Especially in the Eastern Conference. The only way I see the Nets losing if injuries take a toll. Remember, Kevin Durant was a nose hair away to beating the Bucks. A foot long, an inch of a foot. Maybe if he was a 10 and a half instead of a size 11, that inch wouldn't count. But I don't see the Brooklyn Nets losing if they're fully healthy. And on paper, they seem like the team that should beat the Lakers. Durant will handle LeBron. James Harden will handle, well, I don't know. You want to pit James Harden against, okay. No. Okay. Durant will handle LeBron. Kyrie Irving against Westbrook. That's a good matchup, but Westbrook can't shoot free throws. Westbrook can't shoot. Kyrie still is a better weapon offensively. So I'm going with Kyrie on that. And I'm going to give Anthony Davis and probably Anthony Davis the edge over James Harden. You know, but Jay, that's no slight against James Harden. He could go off. James Harden could go off. You know, 35-30 is your score so far. 5 minutes to go. So, yeah, man. That go either way, but if they fully healthy, the Nets should win the championship, or the Lakers. But the fact that we even picking those two teams to go to the finals is only because they got allegedly super teams. If those teams weren't super teams, you wouldn't pick them to go to the finals. Yo, what's good?
Yo, what's up?
What's good, man?
Hey, good.
Hey, man. What you making of some of these football games, man? It's going down to 5 minutes left in this game.
Yeah.
The Ravens may pull it out and get that W.
Yeah. Lamar actually has the losing record against this team, so finally get the win.
Oh, out of all the NFL we had today, were there any shocks for you? Were you how? Let's just put it this way: were you good on some of your predictions today?
I mean, the one that surprised me the most was probably the Saints versus Panthers, because they rolled over the Packers last week, but then couldn't beat the Panthers.
Okay.
That's one team that surprised me, because you would think after beating the Green Bay Packers like that, they'd come out strong again, but they didn't.
Oh yeah. And your Bears got the win today.
Yeah, that was kind of our defense carried us. Our offense played horrible, but our defense, they got a pick six. They got a pick six at the end, which helped them a lot. They almost lost that game too, but our defense was clutch. But I know your Eagles lost this week.
Yeah, we're 1-1 right now. That's all right. You know, I thought we was gonna win that game though, man. We was winning at first, but you know, we lost basically to a touchdown. We had a play where we were supposed to score, and we just
Lamar touchdown.
Yeah, like that was a bad play. Bad play, bro. You know, that last minute. Oh yeah, the Ravens just scored. Look like Zach may be right. The Ravens may win because this game is almost about to end.
Yeah, they had a bad start early. Did you saw that pick six Lamar Jackson threw?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know the game of the day for me though was the Seahawks versus ooh, that was a good game, bro. I mean, it ended off into a kick.
The running back Derrick Henry had I think he had he went crazy today. He had 200 yards. I don't know if he had 3 or 4 touchdowns because I didn't get the game in my area, but I know he went off.
Oh yeah.
I think he's the best running back in the league, no doubt.
Who?
Derrick Henry.
He's the best running back in the league for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Who would you say? Do you think it's someone else or?
I don't know yet, man. It's still too early for me. You know, I like for a couple weeks to go by, then I make my decision from there. You know.
But even last year too, he was amazing too. Last year as well.
Oh yeah.
I think it's between probably him and Christian McCaffrey. I like Henry a little bit bigger because he could, he's hard to tackle. I feel bad for some of those defenders out there. Oh yeah.
And did I call the Packers game? Packers play tomorrow. Never mind.
Yeah, they play Monday night.
Yeah, Monday Night Football.
I think they should be able to beat the Lions tomorrow.
I don't know. That team's in a disarray a little bit. You could tell Aaron Rodgers don't want to be there. So I mean, whenever you got a guy on that team that's pretty much packing it in, you know, it's going to be a little problem in order for a team to win. Everybody got to be on the same page. If you have people bickering and arguing on the same team, it's not going to lead to wins because everybody's going to be looking to screw everybody over.
Of course.
Yeah. So
who else I like today too? The Cardinals. That QB is amazing as well, Kyle Murray.
Oh yeah, and bro, I don't know how he still managed to get it done. Tom Brady's 2-0 right now again.
Yeah, and he's had a good. I wouldn't be surprised. I think right now, I know it's early, But right now, who it looks like is going to be MVP is probably going to be either him or Kyler Murray.
Oh yeah.
And another thing too, the Bucks, they have a really easy schedule, so they're probably going to max lose maybe 2 games, maybe 2-3 games, because they have a really easy schedule. They play a lot of bad teams.
Oh yeah. But man, it's crazy, man. I hope they don't get to the Super Bowl again, man, because I want to see something. I want to see something different. You know, I don't want to see Tom Brady in the Super Bowl again. I really don't. But
what's one team you hate the most, like that you love?
Oh, that's easy, bro. Cowboys.
Yeah. No, well, for me, it would be Packers. I'd say Cowboys would be number 2.
Okay. All right. Yeah. See, we both don't like teams in our own division, so
yeah,
yeah, that's common, you know.
Yeah, for me, but, as long as the Packers don't win, I don't like Cowboys either. But Packers, that's like one team where I'm kind of happy. Everything's going.
Bro, but if you look at the history of the Packers and Bears, you guys had some classic games. It was some classic games.
Their fans are so I can't stand their fans, man. It's like those white rednecks, cheeseheads from Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, I mean, football is everything in Wisconsin, bro.
Yeah, so. No, but their fan base, like it's like you got a bunch of rednecks there. It's like I've been back and forth with them on social media. Oh my gosh, I can't stand them.
Oh yeah, yo, I think Lamar Jackson probably the most athletic outside of Pat Mahomes, probably the most athletic QB in the game.
Yeah.
You know, he got the running game and he could throw.
Yeah, he could throw, but sometimes
his accuracy is a little off, yeah.
Not even accuracy, it's just his decision making is not. He needs to improve his decision making.
Oh yeah. But look like they're gonna get this win, man. 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They're only down by a point. I know they was gonna score a touchdown. That's why I said the
yeah, but right now they're up. They left too much. There's too much time. They're 3 minutes.
Oh,
all they need a field goal.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, there it is. That's a lot of yards right there. You saw that play?
Yeah.
And so
I think we're probably on the same stream. No, because a lot of my friends are behind. For some reason, I get a faster stream.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to spoil anything. I think we're on the same page. So.
Oh, okay. But yeah, man, it was some good games on today, though, man. The Browns won. I'm surprised. You know, they got to win. You know, anybody knows about football, we know Browns got a legacy of losing. Bro, they went seasons sometimes with like 0 wins.
Yeah, I know. So did the Lions too.
Oh yeah.
Another good team out there is the Rams too. Rams are another Super Bowl contender.
The Rams?
Yeah, 2-0 as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know who blew? Miami got beat down today, bro.
Yeah, they lost their QB. The QB might be out for a while. Tua.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Zach, football is a great sport. I told you should check it out, bro. It's a great sport. And it comes on the perfect time of the weeks. You know, you get college football mostly on Saturdays, but Sundays and Mondays you get football. You couldn't pick a better time of the week.
And NFL, I feel like NFL is so much better than the NBA. Like the NBA is like so watered down.
Yeah, you know why? It's because the NBA is a little too predictable, especially with guys jumping teams too much. You know, this is why when you ask somebody who's going to win the championship, they always say, "Oh, the Nets or Lakers." They're only going by the fact that both of those teams are stacked.
And not even that. It's just like the game itself is like the regular season game is like the players are not competitive. That's one thing. Like, and then like there's absolutely no defense in today's NBA either. Like I can't watch a game where they're just scoring, and no one's even putting effort on defense.
Yeah, I mean that's just the rules. They spread the game out so people could. That was a NBA commissioner decision. He figured the more scoring it is, the more entertaining for people to watch. Because people tend to only care about scoring these days anyway. You know, that's the first thing they look at. How much points you score in the game? You know, they judge how you being great based off the amount of points you have in the game.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, so Yeah, but yeah, man, football is definitely more competitive, and
Yeah,
any team could win. So it makes it a little
yeah.
more fun to
Even
watch.
though the
Yeah.
Bucks, it's been Tom Brady for like the last decade, but even with even
Oh
though,
yeah.
like even though he's won a lot, he hasn't won like some of those games went down to the wire though.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the good part about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not like, you had
yeah.
other
Like with the
teams that
Warriors
had a legit
blowing out.
shot.
Yeah, it wasn't like with the Warriors blowing out teams. Like even though Brady's won, like I think in this decade, last decade he won what 2014,
Mm-hmm.
2016. He won 3 last decade, and then he just won. But even in some of those games too, were like remember when they were down by 25 against the Falcons,
Yeah.
and then they came
Yeah.
back. And then there was one year with the Seahawks where they should have just gave the ball to Marshawn Lynch, but instead they
Oh yeah.
passed it.
Yo, what you think? What's up with Cam Newton? He gonna get a job or what?
I think he's done. He doesn't. He's another guy. He. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me a lot of Kyrie Irving a little.
He the Kyrie Irving of the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. He could be done. Yeah, he could be done because no team wants to give him a job. You know.
Crazy thing, he was an MVP at 1 year too, and he was in the Super Bowl. And then after that, his career just went downhill.
Oh yeah. I don't know, man. I still think there's some teams that could use him, but I don't know, man. He just may be dead weight that nobody wants to deal with,
Yeah.
So look like they're going to line up for a field goal kick, so they may close this game out. So Kansas may, this may be another game ending with a field goal kick. If they could gain, I guess, a couple more yards on this play.
Yeah, one there was too much time. Oh wait, fumble! Someone fumble.
That's a fumble.
Yeah,
you may be a little ahead than me because I didn't see that yet.
Okay.
Oh, I think it is a fumble because the Ravens are jumping up, being happy. Hey Zach, when did you become a Ravens fan all of a sudden? You sitting there rooting for the Ravens.
Well, Casey still has a chance. They have 3 timeouts left, but I don't know how. Yeah, hilarious. Yeah, that's.
It's a fumble. Yep, Ravens got it.
But they got 3 timeouts left, so they could still try to. He punched that out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they could still get the back though. They have 3 timeouts.
Oh. Damn. Bad play, bro.
Boy, you have to just steal the ball.
Look at the Ravens. They all celebrating that.
Well, the game's not over yet.
I know, right? They celebrating like it's a Super Bowl, bro. It's only week 2.
No, they celebrating like they already won. They didn't win the game yet.
Yeah.
You can still.
Let me ask you this question: who's the best player in the NBA right now for you?
I gotta go with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, okay. See, a lot of people starting to pick Kevin Durant as the best player in the league right now.
I think he's been like ever since probably like 2018 or 9, somewhere around there, like that. Probably that second championship, I'd say, really secured it. But then he got injured, which had people questioning. But I think like right now, after what he did these playoffs, they still lost, but he gave you what the last 3 games of that series against the Bucks, he averaged like 40 a game.
Oh yeah. All right. Who's the best quarterback in the game for you?
Oh, I have to go with Mahomes. That's not a difficult question.
You'd be surprised, man. I asked that question to a lot of people. Some of them don't say Mahomes; they just say the team that they represent for.
No.
I
the
heard
only other guy
I get a couple Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady's.
Yeah, though you can of course you can make an argument with them. I'd say another guy. Let's see. There's Brady. Another guy that gets slept on is Russell Wilson.
Oh yeah, he does get slept on.
Yeah, I think he's probably. I put him. To be honest, I'd probably put him number 2 right now. Amongst quarterbacks, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I say right. But then the best, and I'd say the best wide receiver would probably be Tyreek Hill or Devontae Adams.
Mm.
What about you?
I'm going with Adams.
Devontae Adams, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's between them two. Tyreek Hill is like fast as hell though.
Say that again.
Tyreek, his speed is like unbelievable.
Mm. Oh yeah.
He's probably the fastest player in the league.
Okay, I could give you that. I could give you that.
Also, too, I think that Chiefs also have the best tight end in the league as well.
Mm.
Travis.
What about Rungowski? Where do you think he fits?
I mean, he's so far he's played good. He had 4 touchdowns this year, but he's kind of a little bit old. Like probably 4 years ago, he's probably the best. But Travis Kelce, right now, he's easily the best tight end in the league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs have the best QB, wide receiver, and tight end.
Hey man, the Chiefs got a lot of weapons, bro. You know, they got a lot of weapons. They're great on defense and offense. And, you know, Pat Mahomes, he just sliced that offense up pretty good. You know, or he sliced defenses up pretty good.
Did he get it? Yep. The Ravens won this game.
Yep, this is over. Man, I hate seeing Andy Reid on the sideline coaching the Chiefs. Because I remember him on my Eagles. So, yeah,
you gotta show him though. He's a great coach.
Yeah, he is. He's a good coach. He's a good defensive-minded coach.
Well, I think he's more of an offensive coach.
You think so? I always looked at him more as a defensive-minded coach.
No, because he's the one running like those plays for the offense. He's always been a offensive guy. That's what I thought.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's game over right there.
Yep.
Oh, so wait, what Kansas City goes to 1-1 right now, right?
Yeah, they beat the Browns last week.
Oh yeah. This was a good game, man.
Yeah.
They just messed it up towards the end.
Lamar Jackson threw that pick 6, so at that point you thought the game was over.
Oh yeah. That's another thing about Lamar Jackson. He's too frantic. Like you said, his in-game decisions are a little bit.
And that's the only thing I have to prove. Like sometimes he makes like critical errors. Like I think it's a mental thing where he makes wrong decisions.
Okay, Zach, what's wrong with my Eagles? I would say our offense needs to be a little more constructed. We don't run good offensive plays. You know, I'm okay with the defense of the Eagles. I'm not happy with the offense. You know, so I think we need to get some better offensive plays. We'll be all right. I think we still could win our division, though.
You guys lost by a touchdown, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because I remember there was a 4th down play you guys messed up on.
Oh yeah, and that was played when he was trying to throw to the receiver, and he just threw it way over his head. It was a stupid play. Because he was about to get sacked, so he didn't know where to go with the ball. Yeah.
Well, weren't they trying to run like a Philly special type of thing?
Say that again.
Weren't they trying to run like the Philly special where they have the QB playing receiver?
Yep. But it wasn't so special. I'm glad you put that up because that was the play they was trying to run. But you know, it is what it is, man. We come back next week. You know, I think we still win the division, though. You know, what's the Cowboys' record, real quick? Let me find out.
Same thing, 1-1. They won today.
That's right. Cowboys did win today.
I didn't watch the game, but because I had stuff to do. I heard there was like some critical calls where they should have lost the game, but the refs won it.
Damn. Yeah. What you think? What you think of the Dallas Cowboy quarterback though?
He's all right. He's not the QB. They also have one of the best offenses in the league too. CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper. Their offense is really good. It's just their defense are terrible.
You know who to watch out for? Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, they're another. I've actually picked. I think I said this last week. I picked them to make the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
They killed the Dolphins. But we got to see a little more from that team. They didn't play a
Oh,
good team. That's
mhm.
another thing because Dolphins lost their QB too. So
Oh yeah, but see, the Bills always been like a good
yeah,
team that just couldn't get over the hump. You
yeah.
know?
What is it called? One thing do you know that Jets QB Zach Wilson?
Yep.
Yeah, people are starting to say he's gonna be the way it's looking. I know it's only 2 games, but people are already calling him a bust.
Whoa, Zach. We may lose. We're gonna lose to the Chiefs, but we beat the Cowboys this coming week because we took an L this week to the 49ers, but we beating the Cowboys. The Eagles always going to come hard at the Cowboys because that's a rival, but we're gonna beat them. We're just gonna lose to the Chiefs the next week after that.
Yeah, what's it called? I'd say the team I'm most shocked about is the Cardinals. They're looking really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if Kyler Murray ends up winning MVP. The way if he continues this for the rest of the year, he's probably win MVP.
True that. Speaking of MVP, do you thought who won MVP ever? It was Aaron Rodgers, right?
Last year, yeah, it was Rodgers last year.
Yeah.
And the year before, Lamar Jackson.
Oh, okay. So yeah, did you thought Aaron Rodgers deserved it, or you would have had another pick?
I mean, there wasn't really because there were so many injuries last year that a lot of guys they weren't able to win the MVP because there were so many injuries last year. I think that had a lot to do with it. I mean, Russell Wilson was another guy who was in the MVP ladder, but then he just fell off. But the way it's looking this year, it could be. I think it's going to come down to obviously Kyler Murray, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, even Matthew Stafford. The way he's playing, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins the MVP too.
But yo, that'd be crazy if Tom Brady wins the MVP, man.
He could. You never know because, like I said, they have a horrible schedule, so I don't see them winning more than 3 games this year. I think they're probably going to finish 13-3 or 14-2.
Word. Oh, I like this. I like this. I like your profile pic. You got Michael Jordan looking at the rest of the NBA greats. I like that. I like that, man. But yeah, man. But your Bears get that win, man. So you toughed it out.
I'll be honest, we should have lost that game. It was just their QB just somehow threw 3 interceptions in a row.
Yeah.
What's it called? He threw a pick 6, and he threw another interception and another interception. We got lucky that I wasn't satisfied with the win because just how he won it. I mean, we barely won that.
Yeah, I feel you. It feels like a cheap win, but you still got it, bro.
Even though our defense was the one that carried us, but our offense was terrible.
Oh yeah.
And then everyone's talking about. Go
ahead.
No, so our new QB, everyone's talking about Justin Fields. He's another guy. He reminds me just of like Lamar Jackson too. He's a good runner, but then his throwing ability is what I question the most.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, I picked the Steelers to beat the Raiders. I was off on that.
Yeah, the one I was off on the most was probably the Saints versus Panthers.
Oh, okay.
So the Saints, they like I said, they destroyed the Packers last week by like 30 points, and this week they got killed by the Panthers. I don't know how you let that happen.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I don't. Yeah, man. I was kind of off on that one. I kind of had the Browns beating the Texans, so I was right on that. Yeah. Denver beating Jacksonville. I think I picked Jacksonville. I'm not. I think I picked Jacksonville.
Yeah, I think the one I was probably big upset for me was probably I had the Steelers beating the Raiders and the Saints Panthers.
Oh, you place bets on some of these too, or no?
No, I do like a weekly pick 'em with some of my friends where whoever gets the most right wins.
Okay.
Yeah, I do a weekly pick 'em. That was like the one of the 2 games where I got wrong. And I do this other thing with my friends too. It's called Survivor, where basically you pick one team for the week to win, but then you can't So last week I picked what's it called? Last week I picked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, So I was able to pick them again. This week I picked the Rams.
Okay.
So now next week I cannot pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Rams. I have to pick any team, any else I could use, and they have to win basically. And if they lose, obviously I'm out.
Oh, okay. Answer your question, Zach. Nope. I used to have family in Philly, but we all gone now. That's how I came a Philly fan. My uncle used to live in Philly, so I used to go out to Philly, travel from New York to Philly, go to Philadelphia Eagle games. So that's how it all started. But
You were never
that's
Giants,
back in the day.
You were never a Giants or Jets guy?
No, I never was a fan of those teams. You know, so when I first started getting into football, it's been the Eagles. It's the team that I first went to see their game, and from there it just trickled down, man. I just stayed with that team until forever. So
yeah,
but yeah, Rams get that win. They got a 3-point win over the Colts. I mean,
for me, the only team I don't support in Chicago is probably the Yankees in New York because my dad used to live in New York a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to a bunch of Yankees games.
Well, yeah. I can't do the Yankees, bro. I'm a Mets fan. It's a Queens thing for me. You know,
like I said, I don't really watch baseball that much. I say I'm a casual. I watch like mainly playoffs. But
same
the
with
Yankees
me. Baseball takes a big amount of concentration to watch. For starters, the games are too long. All right, it just takes a lot to watch, man. And baseball is like one of those sports that sometimes that it just can rock me to sleep, bro. I could play it and have a good time playing it, but watching it, I just can't do it sometimes.
Yeah, but for me, like I said, I'm a casual, so I don't really watch regular playoff games. Are interesting. Like you remember when the Cubs won the World Series? That game went to it went to overtime or something like that. That was a good game for the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
When the Cubs.
Oh yeah, no question, man. But yeah,
man,
I
used to like the Yankees too because Derek Jeter and A-Rod used to be like one of my favorite players.
Oh, okay, all right.
I actually owned a Derek Jeter jersey too.
I got a Darryl Strawberry Mets jersey.
Okay.
That's how old school I have, you know. But yeah, man. Outside of that, yeah, Philly's probably the Eagles are probably the only non-New York team that I probably don't follow. I mean, follows that's outside of New York, but it's still close. You know, Philly's not too far from New York anyway. So.
You're a Knicks fan, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Except that team that haven't had a lot of success in the past 4 decades.
Yeah, man. I mean, the Knicks just got bad ownership. The Knicks got bad ownership. They can't land stars. They got all the money to spend on superstars and still can't land nobody.
You guys really messed up not getting because apparently they didn't offer KD too much money. Mm-hmm. I think KD he wanted to go there, but Brooklyn offered him.
But it wasn't that. It was Kyrie. Kyrie talked him out of it. You know, ever since they was having that meeting in the All-Star game, Kyrie talked him out and said, "Hey, come to the Nets, man." You know.
I heard the plan was both of them were supposed to go to the Knicks.
Yeah. I don't know about Kyrie, but I know Kevin Durant. Okay. Kevin Durant even said this on interviews that the Knicks was on his mind to go to. So to me, somebody had to talk him out of it. The only guy I could think of is Kyrie Irving, because that's his good friend.
I think they're both in like cahoots where like they're saying, "Hey, what team you want to play for?" Because I heard what happened was that the Knicks offered KD, but they didn't offer him as much money as Brooklyn because they didn't know how he would return from an Achilles injury.
That'd have been a stupid move on the Knicks. Even if you don't know how good he'd be, he still could play at least somewhat like the old KD. Even if he don't come back as the same, you should have still spent that money. That was a dumb move just to let him walk. You don't let KD walk. Know what I'm saying? Yo, you muted yourself, great one. Yeah, yo, bro, I do play Madden. Check this out. Yo, you muted yourself, great one. Let me show you something, Z. What were you saying? Yo, great one. You muted yourself again. Yo, y'all see it right here?
That they weren't sure about KD's status, but yeah, you're right. A guy like KD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even care if he's 75%. I still take him. You didn't have a superstar in years.
Yeah. So I'll probably be back on the stream in like 5 minutes. I got something to take care of. If you're still on, I'll come back on here.
Oh, no question, man. Handle your business, brother.
Yep. Yeah. Right. Talk to you.
All right. Yo, Z, this is what you need to do. Get Xbox. Hold on. Let me take this off of it. Get Xbox and come play me, bro. I'll be waiting for you, man. Get your setup. We go online. We could play. I don't know if it's the best sport game because Madden went down over the years, but it's still a good sport game to play. Nevertheless, now I give you that much, you know. Oh, see, I still can't. Hey Google, turn off living room Roku TV.
All right, turning off the living room Roku.
Ah, you like that? You like that? See, boom. I have my Google Assistant turns off. My Google Assistant controls my TV, controls my Xbox, controls my lights, and it controls. That's it. And I also can make calls on that Google Assistant. Nah, I play PlayStation 5 more. Xbox got no games, really. It's all about the PlayStation, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the exclusives that the PlayStation could give you. That's what I play. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I know NBA season is out. This is normally a NBA channel, but as you can see, I'm always on my job covering sports. We got a lot of good boxing coming up. Okay, Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter will be fighting in November. So get a hold of that. I forgot when the Deontay Wilder fight kicks off, but you know that's gonna be fire. I may do some Rams games just because I live in LA. I may do some Rams games, you know. And I got a video coming up on Just Prince TV. I'm giving you a little LA history, at least all the LA history that I know of some parts of LA. You know, keep in mind, I don't know the entire history of Los Angeles, but I do know the neighborhoods that I live in I could cover. What? Bud beats Sean Porter, bro. Sean Porter is a good stepping stone boxer, but he always takes L's. I don't believe in Sean Porter to beat Terrence Crawford. I don't believe in it. You know, shout out to the great one, by the way, Chicago in the house. He's a good, he's one of the football fans that we get and NBA fans. He covers both sports. So you could check him out, you know, when he drops on this channel, man, because he covers both sports. But as you can see, we're getting different audiences. You know, we got a boxing audience, NBA audience, and that was always my goal. So that's why I say Prince Sports, because we cover multiple sports, multiple crowds of sports. You know, different audience, kind of like my other channel, different audience. I got Fury too. I think Deontay Wilder is done. Tyson Fury got his number. You know, that's one guy. Deontay Wilder should not be boxing again if he want to take another L. But I got to give him props because he's taking the challenge. He's not running away from the spoke. He's running to it. And long as he's running to the spoke, I'm good with it. I want to see more of that challenge. Go for it. You know, boxing really had a rough year this year. You didn't get the fights that you want to see. We didn't get to see Manny go up against Earl Spence. You know, Manny may be fighting in December, but he's running for the president of the Philippines. That was just announced. So he may stop boxing, period. I want to see a Lopez and Lomachenko rematch. Definitely. I definitely want to see that. No. Now, I'm not filming now. I'm filming off just a regular webcam. But when I do film my videos, you know how I get that little blurry background? It's from this. So look how long this lens is that I use to shoot video with. You know? No, we didn't, man. Jake Paul need to retire, bro. That's not the look we need for boxing. And it got even more of a black eye when you had Holyfield boxing. Why is Holyfield boxing? Ain't Holyfield in his 60s? Going on his 80s? He had no business to be in the boxing ring boxing. You know? That's just nuts, man. It's a shame, man. But yo, I don't know if he's making it more relevant, man. He's just making more of a mockery of it. You know, I give him props for selling the pay-per-view. I give him that, but some of these guys should just leave the sport alone, man. Because we want to see more professional fights. These novelty fights is not good for the sport. You know, we can't be having non-boxers on there boxing. What next? 50 Cent versus T.I.? You know, it got to be a limit to like certain. Why is these guys boxing? You know, what next? Terrence Crawford versus 50 Cent. That probably will sell more than an actual boxing fight. You know, so boxing needs to correct itself. But nevertheless, man, I'm almost headed out of here because I got to go and run some errands myself. All right. And it's about that time. You know? I don't want to see no Jake versus Canelo, man. You know? But yeah, man, we almost about to be up out of here, man. Shout out to everybody that joined. You know? We'll be back for some more NBA talk on the next one. You know? So, peace.